services. There's a campground, marina, resort. As we approach the Little River Swing Bridge, I think this is Little River, not really sure. Oh my goodness. There are some very interesting properties along this section. You've got a range between massive, beautifully landscaped and mobile home, or not even a mobile home, a camper, tow behind camper parked on a lot.
Are you the first or the larger vessel, second vessel?
Yeah, I'm sure the guy behind me is going to need on the first, but we can wait for him to catch up.
Copy that. Thank you, Captain.
Talking about us?
Yeah.
Little River Swing, Joe Lynn. I'm that large vessel coming up from the south.
Copy that. We'll get you the next opening.
When is that? Thank you. I have no idea.
River Marina. We have been here before because there are docominiums available, and we had looked at them, but it was sort of too far out for our plans, so we opted not to. Mistake. The value has really exploded since we looked. But this was one of the places. And inside here there is a restaurant called Clark's. Fabulous, fabulous restaurant. We've been there a handful of times. Very confusing, not well marked, and unbelievable amount of little boat traffic at the Little River Inlet. We are now in North Carolina waters. Just lost steering, which is not good. We are idling along toward this bridge using the transmission to steer while the problem is being diagnosed. Hopefully we will be back underway soon. Temporary repairs have been made, and we are soon to be underway again. Alrighty, and this is the turn, or right before the turn into the Cape Fear River, which looks like there's a whole bunch of stuff, but really no way to stop. We have a restaurant called Fishy Fishy Cafe. That looks fun. Well, we are either going to turn right into the storm, or the storm is going to pass to the north of us. I'm voting for the storm passing to the north of us. We'll see. This is the waterfront in Southport, North Carolina, right after you make the turn. Very pretty. this evening we decided to anchor, and we're going to find a spot in that field up ahead. This is our home for the night. I'm not actually sure where this is, but it's really pretty. Beautiful anchorage. I'll add it when I figure out where we are. Heading out of here after breakfast. Checking levels this morning before we head off.
So 24 hours of running.
Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina has a wonderful anchorage, and we will definitely be back. This is our first bridge of the day.
We don't want to follow him. No, we don't.
No, we definitely do
I can't
not.
believe he followed him yesterday. Oh, he knows what he's doing. Let's just follow him. He's going to a nice anchorage.
Is that that boat we followed in?
Yeah, that boat we followed in was the boat that...
Oh, we came in here?
No, he picked up at the same time we picked up. He just left 5 minutes earlier.
He left with a green mooring to his starboard side, which put him right into the marsh.
Oh, well, that's clever. The guy's kind of right across in front of us. That's good. Oh, I thought he was going into the first one. He's not even going there. He should have cut around and then come back in behind.
The schedule is 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's got something. I can't read the rest of the sign. And I'm filming.
Hey, hon.
What?
I blocked up. Take a look at this.
This bridge opens on the hour, and that poor guy who's stuck back there was the one who read the marker wrong and ended up nose into the marsh. So he missed the bridge, and they are not reopening for him.
Okay, well, he might be able to make it under the bridge.
Yeah. This has been an interesting opening. With the dredging boat running aground, getting stuck. And then the person who got stuck in the marsh is now going to try to blow past us. Is blowing past us.
I told you he's gonna make. He can get under it, but he
get
should not
under it.
even be trying while
He
the
should
bridge
not
is
be
moving.
trying while the bridge is moving.
You get under it too if you don't have the mast.
Yeah. So the sailboat that was trying to make the bridge is going to make it because the dredge coming out of the channel actually grounded. And they had to dig themselves free, which allowed the sailboat to be able to get through on this opening. This is the inland side, and this view just goes on for miles and miles and miles. This is the ocean side of the channel, and this type of view, this marshland, has just gone on for miles and miles and miles. couple of really confusing spots on the Intercoastal Waterway. And so we've got a Garmin, we've got a backup on the iPad, and we've got 3 different cruising guides. Well, 2 different cruising guides and a chart book. We're coming up to the Oslo Beach Bridge. And we have to wait about 15 minutes for an opening. This one is being replaced. Dolphins right alongside of us, right under the water. I don't know. Right alongside. They're underneath the water. There they go. You can see the white scar on the baby or somebody.
Yep, we got him.
It's funny, I was sitting and I heard a splash behind me and I thought, there should be no splash. I'm not sure. City is another really congested area that doesn't really have a lot of information in the guidebooks. They're more focused on where the marinas are and the docking and anchoring than where the bridges are. And the channel is a little bit tricky. Well, it's a lot of it tricky. Under the highway bridge.
Why is he not just getting through? Because it's a no-wake zone. I'd like to think you guys not in there.
After we made the turn in Moorhead City and went through the bridges and then got back into the river, there's a dramatic change in the type of vegetation. A lot of white pines, very wooded on both sides of the river, which is quite a change from the open beach area and marsh area we've been in for hours and hours and hours. So we are settled for the night in this absolutely gorgeous, very quiet and private anchorage. Should be a beautiful sunset tonight. And then we'll be on our way tomorrow to continue this journey. So we are up and starting to get ready to move. It was a fantastic anchorage. We did feel the fishing boats when they left early this morning, but it was still fantastic. We are headed to the Alligator River, which is about 80 miles away. He's coming right at us. And it did. Well, it came out to check us out. Oh, is it in front of us now? It went back and forth under the boat a couple times. There it goes. We got a little dolphin show. As we're
Tell
getting
me
ready to leave.
which way you want.
We're gonna fall in right behind this big fishing boat, ride their wake out.
Going below.
And here we have Lisa at the wheel. We could not have better conditions to cross this open water.
Never mind.
We had a beautiful flat crossing across the mouth of the Neuse River. And now we are in, oops, I don't know, Goose Creek right now. And where are we headed next?
Up on a bridge.
Now we are on the Pamlico River, where there seems to be a lot of fishing activity. And not much else in this section. It seems to go on mile after mile. Beautiful, undeveloped woodland. And they were catching black drum. We are on the Pongo Alligator River Canal. We have seen half dozen eagles, and this is the first boat we've seen in hours. Sorry, I'm narrating.
Flat out. There's a stump right through it.
And here comes another one. Wow, they are so fast, you barely have time. Going through Alligator River Bridge, and it's the only one that's required documentation to get through. That's a little different. day of our trip. We are in an anchorage off of the Alligator River. Pretty quiet. Absolutely nobody here. We have seen so few boats because this is the wrong time to be making the snowbird trip and the looper trip. We've encountered our first barge. He's going a lot slower than we have been, so we'd like to pass him, but we need to find a safe spot first. So the tug that's been going slow in front of us, whenever we try to give him a pass, he speeds up or turns toward us, and he is not answering on the radio. Being followed by dragonflies, which is kind of cool. Hopefully they will eat some mosquitoes. They've been hanging around the boat all morning. So the game continues. We try to pass, he speeds up. We back off and get behind him. He slows down. And he still will not answer the VHF. We stopped at Coin Jock Marina to get some fuel. Not food, sorry. I've been thinking about steaks. But we are here too early in the morning to have a steak dinner, which is too bad. So we decided to hang around a little bit to try out that prime rib, and I'm very glad we did. It was amazing. A beautiful sunny day, but we are in an area that's being heavily impacted by the smoke from the Canadian wildfires today. We have seen so many osprey chicks along this trip. Dozens and dozens of osprey nests. I definitely need a better lens because I am not catching these shots. But it is spectacular to get a chance to see it. Here we have another barge passing by. I do wish we were not dealing with this smoke. Everything that I'm filming is looking very dark and very dreary. It's unfortunate because it would be a gorgeous day otherwise. canal. Eagles all over the place, but lots of debris in the water.
Got a yacht coming to be helping around it.
This is the Atlantic Yacht Basin. Free dock right next to the drawbridge, but it looks really full. We have been waiting for this bridge for about half an hour. And as soon as we go through, there's apparently a free dock, which I'm expecting is going to be packed because, you know, that's the way it works. Oh, actually, it doesn't look packed at all. And then after that, we head into a lock. Very cool. So we are going to be able to park right there for the night and then get a good start in the morning, which is wonderful. Maneuvering to get ourselves right there, which is a free dock where you can stay for 48 hours. We're going to stay overnight, but that's okay. It's really nice to have. We are going through the Great Bridge Lock today, which is just up ahead. I probably won't film much of it. It's the first time any of us are going through a lock, so we all have to kind of pay attention to what we're doing. At this point, there are 3 of us that are going through the lock, but you never know if someone's going to take the 8 o'clock bridge opening and try to zip down into the lock. Okay, we are off the wall, getting ready to position ourselves go through the lock. Which is down there. So we have the bridge opening behind us and a new boat joining the party. And a barge is coming out of the lock. So here's the stern view right now. We have at least 2 boats coming through on this opening of the bridge. The boats in front of us seem blissfully unaware that it's getting a little bit crowded in here. I guess it's all about them, and I didn't realize that. So here's a sailboat, diagonal in the canal. Really moving in either direction. Oh, good. Okay. Decision. He then parks diagonally in the middle of the canal, so no one can get around him, and the boats that came in after us are all stacked up right on top of each other, so he can have enough space ahead of him. Just love that kind of sailor. This massive beast just came out of the lock. Oops, I better hang on. is a little challenging to get these boats in here and lined up. Okay, we have got about a 1 foot rise. And apparently it's happening now, but this lock is very, very gentle. So you don't really feel much. There's not really much movement in the water. And the lock keepers are extremely helpful. They come out and grab lines if you're having a hard time tossing it over the cleat. And if you really get into trouble, they will really assist.